Hey y'all, this is a quick video on how to make a bar graph for a single variable. So you would create a bar graph for categorical variables, and this is obviously in Jamovi. So I could create a bar graph either for a nominal variable, which is just categories, or I could create a bar graph for an ordinal variable that has ordered categories. So when you want to do that, you go to exploration. So under analyses, exploration, descriptives. And then you will need to move over your variable. So let's say that I wanted to look at gender and move that into the variables box. Notice that it's going to make some descriptive statistics. You can just ignore those. And I explain in other videos, but these numbers aren't meaningful for a nominal variable. We just have categories of gender. What I want to do is I want to go to this plots and I want to click on bar plot. And so this gives us a bar graph. And you can see here that we can interpret our bar graph. We can see that there are more women in this data set. And the y-axis is the frequency or the count. So it's the number of people who identified as men versus women. And then gender is the overall variable on the x-axis. I have a separate video on bar graphs if you're looking at the difference in means between two groups. So again, this is how you make a bar graph for a single variable. I could also do this for an ordinal variable, just as an example. I will move over school year. That is an ordinal variable. And so you can see again, it made graphs that have distinct bars. You'll notice that both of them, the bars are not touching because we have separate categories, distinct categories. And so you should get something that looks like this. For an ordinal variable, you want to leave it in its meaningful order. For nominal, you might have some specific order. You might want to order it by whichever the tallest bar is, which Jamovi, it's a little tricky to manipulate. But this is really for visualizing your data.